Hello. Beautiful people. I hope you had a great 4th of July. We saw a little bit of Summer League. Yo, what's up, Mr. 81? Today, we are here talking about the NBA. Jackson will join us in a second. My dog is to my right. I am right here with a glass of orange juice, enjoying this beautiful Tuesday, July 5th. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. Let's kill it, okay? Because you know what? It's the beginning of the week. It's a short week. So let's go full effort because it's less days. And you know what's the best part? If you attack your day every day, the best of your ability, you're going to have a good one every single day. Hello, beautiful man. How are you doing? I don't know why I said it like that, but I'm just that's just a little suspect. I was in the role of saying beautiful day, beautiful people. Um, Now I just look fucking suspect. My sexuality might be in question.
Well, a
But
little mimosa.
no, dude. But you want to hear something depressing? I fell asleep at 8 p.m. last night.
Oh my god, that is depressing.
I woke up at midnight, stayed up till 3, and then went back to sleep. Woke up at 7, but I was watching Independence Day on my couch, and then next thing you know, it's fucking not Independence Day anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it was. I mean, you're in a frat, so how was your weekend?
Well, the fraternity is closed in the summer, but and all my boys have basically graduated. So I met up with a few of my boys. One of my friends lives at like those really nice condos with like a rooftop pool, and it had like a grill and speaker. And it wasn't like one of those rooftop college pools. It was actually like old like 25-year-olds there or older, and so we just hopped in. It was like a weird pool where one side was 8 inches deep, the middle was 5 feet deep, and then it was steps on one side. So like if you were standing, it was only 5 feet, the deepest part, and you just kind of waded in there. It was a weird pool. And then I got like 32 burgers. We grilled dogs and burgers, drank some BS, and just.
Fuck yeah.
What about you?
You know me. Just getting into something. Oh man, I'm having issue. I need to get this Twitter account going because I'm having. First off, these lights. Can you see these lights right here?
No, you look fine. You have to understand it looks different on your screen than it does actually. You look perfectly fine. Oh wait, I kind of see one sliver right there. Yeah, that very tiny. It's so faint. It's so
It's
faint.
annoying me.
TJ Warren to the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah. Yeah.
The bubble god.
Yeah. Pretty
Bub-
pissed off that that occurred.
Who'd you want him to go to?
Anywhere else, like literally anywhere else. He could have gone anywhere else.
I wanted him to go to the Heat, TBH.
That would have been sweet. I mean, I was hoping he went to the Bulls. So
Really?
yeah, I mean, we don't have a backup power forward still.
That is true. Have you heard about the tampering allegations that have been made
The
via
what?
the Knicks are right now, according to Fred Katz, beat writer for The Athletic covering the Knicks, people he's talked to around the league expect the Knicks to get dinged for tampering. They started dumping salary for Brunson on draft night. They continue offloading 5 days later, 48 hours before free agency began. They had let go of almost $33 million by the time they could even talk to Brunson legally. You reported 2 days before free agency that he was already heading to New York.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone's really surprised here.
Oh, I know.
I I don't really get tampering. First off, these are my earbuds are in my car, and these feel so freaking weird. So talking is weirding me out right now for some reason. But yeah, he's got the dad connect, and I don't know. Why can't you tamper? I don't know.
Because it gives you an edge. If you could tamper, people would just be talking to whoever the fuck they wanted to, whenever the hell they wanted to. So then The only tampering that's technically legal is when, like at the All-Star game or after basketball games when a basketball player hugs each other and they'd be like, "Come play for me this
Hey.
summer." You know what I mean?
Well, I still think it's stupid. So I don't really know. Are we talking disciplinary action here?
Just probably what a second round pick and money like they did to the what do you call them? The Bucks and Heat for the Bogdan. Yo, what up, Aaron Barton? Also, yeah, he's right. They hired Jalen Brunson's dad, Rick Brunson, but there was also already the connection that his mentor and like the guy he thinks is the greatest player of all time is Derrick Rose, because Derrick Rose and Jalen Brunson made a bond 10 years ago in 2012 when his dad was the assistant coach for the Bulls. So the Derrick Rose, Rick Brunson. But tampering, there's a legal, like, people don't realize these guys aren't officially signed till I think it was after day 3. There's a moratorium. You know when you play 2K, there's those 3 days. These are those 3 days in 2K right now. Okay? And you know like how sometimes somebody will get signed, but after that 3 days, the contract will fall through and you can somehow sign like the 99 overall player in free agency after he had agreed to a contract in the 3 days, but then during that 12-day period. This is the start of the 12-day period, or yesterday it was. Does that make sense? So there's 3 days. The first 3 days of free agency is a legal tampering period, okay, where you can legally tamper for 3 days. And then yesterday, I believe, if free agency started on the 30th, so yeah, the 30th, the 1st, the 2nd. So the first day was the 3rd. Yesterday was the 2nd day. Today's the 3rd day of official free agency, meaning that when someone signs, they actually sign. All the contracts were signed on Saturday. Does that make sense? You're just going to nod?
Me?
Yeah. There's another one here.
Yeah. I'm out of it today.
I mean, I took 3 dabs.
Dude, oh man, I was thinking about this yesterday. So I got a penny for the weekend because I kept traveling back and forth from my old town, so I wasn't boozing, which sucks because I love a good booze sesh. But I got a cart and it's just fucked my life up. Like I'm taking naps and I'm going to bed at 4. I'm waking up and I'm so tired and it's brutal. I don't know how you do this. I totally forgot about like the dab. Like it's just kind of crazy how different dab affects me.
Really? I mean, I have been smoking every single day since like July 2nd, 2016, and I haven't missed a day. Like I've been high every single
dabs
day.
Though?
Dabs, I've been smoking an ounce of oil a month or every 5 weeks for the last year and a half. I'll be on 2 years in August because I used to smoke a QP of bud a month, and then I had really bad bronchitis keep like reoccurring. So I made the switch from bud to full-time oil, and my lungs have been amazing since I don't cough black shit up anymore.
Wow, so you don't smoke bud?
No, I do. If someone,
you're a bitch, is what I'm hearing.
No, I do smoke. I smoke like a blunt like 2 to 3 times a month because I usually buy a Q to a half O at a time. Also, I do this in a state where it's legal. I do this stuff when I'm not in Kansas. If for any law enforcement listening, this does not happen in the state of Kansas. Anything I have is personal. I smoke it all. I got the lungs of a 60-year-old.
I'm hearing. Do we have an editor? You said we have an editor?
Yeah, we have an editor. Tragic Rage. He'll be editing this. Shout out Tragic Rage. We'll put his link in the. Yeah, he's like a 16-year-old kid.
That's dope.
Is that child labor? Is that child labor?
We might get dinged.
It's all cash based. It's cash based. It's like we're hiring him to cut our lawn. He's like mowing our lawn. That's not child labor.
So clip this one. Cereal doesn't burn, bro. That's what he said. Thomas Bryant needs to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers. He
Dude,
needs to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers.
I wanted him to go to Boston, low key.
I don't know what everyone's obsession is with this Brooklyn team.
Dude, I don't know what's happening with Brooklyn. How are they getting all these free agents to come back or sign with them with Kevin Durant and Kyrie being up there? They're like, we're going to have hella playing time open.
They're not too bad, dude. I mean, Ben Simmons, like,
I actually have again, I've said it multiple times. If they fucking blow him and make him feel confident in himself to shoot 3-pointers, Ben Simmons, like, he averaged like 17 a game without shooting 3-pointers.
yeah, he's solid. Hi.
You got a cat there?
Can you hear that?
Yeah, those are loud ass cats. I mean, I don't necessarily think Lakers centers' careers go to die. I think Dwight Howard had a renaissance, and then
JaVale.
and JaVale. But the other thing is, people acted like Dwight was that bad last year. I think Dwight just gave up at points in the season, like, because there were still points where Dwight was good. He still shot 62% from the field.
Yeah, I don't think Dwight. I think he's not the same Dwight as he was in LA, but
I mean, last year he was on LA. You mean the first go around? Yeah,
Bubble.
Yeah. Bubble Dwight was different.
Yeah,
Bubble Dwight.
But he's still good.
I think he's still like good as a Dwight's just lazy. You can tell when the games matter, Dwight turns it on and he's awesome. But when the games don't matter, he's just like, why am I gonna go 100? I'm just gonna go 50%.
I mean, I don't feel comfortable with their starting center being Dwight Howard. I don't know why this is still a.
Yeah, they just need to save him for the playoffs because he's like Rajon Rondo. They just turn it on in Andre Iguodala. You rest him for the regular season, and then boom, playoff time. They turn back the clock for like 20 games.
Yeah, I just go out and get Thomas Bryant, please. Just please.
The center market's actually drying the hell up.
Georgie Dieng.
He went to frickin' the Spurs. Is it Gorgie or Gorgie Dang?
I don't know.
I love him. Actually, I fucking hate him at the same time because we overpaid him as the Timberwolves. But then he went to the Spurs. Wait, no, he went to the Grizzlies. Then he went to the Spurs and he spent the last season on the Hawks. And then he returned to the Spurs. He was actually kind of good on the Spurs. Thomas Bryant, yes, would be better on the Raps, but the Raps, I don't know why, but I think the Raps are a dark horse in this Kevin Durant.
I mean, they skyrocketed to the second best odds.
Did they actually?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of tough stuff on Raps Twitter. A lot of hype.
Raps fans don't want it though, unless it's Pascal. It seems like.
Unless it's Pascal. I want anyone but Pascal. I don't see any.
Scotty's not being included, they said.
No, yeah. I mean, OG and Gary, those are two tradable. Freddie? Siakam?
The Nets are not greedy. If I was in the same shoes, I'd be like, I'm just not going to play these two fucks. Or you guys are all going to succumb to my will. They kind of did the same thing to the fucking Sixers. The Sixers wanted James Harden so bad. And then what the hell happened? The Sixers ended up giving up a king's ransom to get James Harden. They gave up draft picks, players, and Ben Simmons. I think the Nets just sit there and they're just like, we don't want, like, you guys want, they know everybody wants this more than they want to do it. So they want somebody to force their hands. And like they said, this is a good, they don't owe Kevin Durant anything. Obviously, they're going to trade it because you don't want a disgruntled player. But they're just going to take max value. You just sit there till someone gets desperate enough. Somebody will get desperate. Look at what Rudy Gobert got traded for. Okay? I'm so mad about that, but I'm also like kind of like I'm in the middle of
Oh,
I'm gonna use this phrase copium.
I forgot that we haven't been live since then.
Yeah.
That was a big trade for your little basketball team out there in Minnesota, eh? That little
Don't you
team.
know?
No, they're not little. They're the furthest thing from little. I loved the trade.
You actually did.
I yeah. I mean,
Go, give me your take. Try to convince me why, as a Timberwolves fans, I shouldn't be somewhat upset that we have basically no future. Yo, what's up, Shay Texan?
no future. What future did you have? Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley,
Jared Vanderbilt
Pat
was the set.
Bev.
Don't come at my man Vando. I love Vando. Jared Vanderbilt, okay? Second leading offensive rebounder in the entire NBA last year, only behind Steven Adams, and he led every other player that wasn't a center. So, for me, I don't know. I think that segmented myself right there. But look, what would he give up? We gave up 4 picks and 2 pick swaps. So basically 6 picks in entirety. And I'm fine with Malik Beasley. I'm fine with Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly was already talking about getting out. I'm happy they didn't get rid of Jaden McDaniels. I'm sad we traded Leandro Ballamaro, and because we didn't really get to see him. I'm just more mad about Jared Vanderbilt, but I guess they had to include somebody. I am just scared because did you see that tweet by that quote by Anthony Edwards that somebody tweeted where Anthony Edwards was like, Rudy Gobert doesn't scare me. I don't understand why people talk all of this stuff about him. He's like, I think the best rim protector is Kristaps Porzingis. Anytime I play against Porzingis, I can't get a layup against him.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think a move like this had to be made for Minnesota. I think that they're very close to losing Karl Anthony Towns, and I think you need to give him.
They gave him the max. How are they close to losing Karl Anthony Towns? They just gave him the fucking max.
Yeah, give me a max, and then let me request a trade in 2 years. I just think that Minnesota. I love Minnesota. It's a cool city, but I mean, Cat's gonna start getting higher aspirations than losing in the first round of maybe making the playoffs. So you needed to make a move like this. Vandy was dope as hell, but I don't think he was about to turn into a star. They had to do something big, and they missed out on DeJounte, if they even wanted DeJounte. And I mean, a haul's a haul, but I'm more worried about the fit of Gobert and Cat, but I guess Cat is the best big shooting big, at least of the last year.
Yeah,
So
it's either him or Dirk Nowitzki. I'm just not going to disrespect Dirk Nowitzki.
I'm gonna go Dirk.
Yeah,
I don't
same.
think it's Cat the best, but Minnesota
Like
fans love saying that.
Karl Anthony Towns is probably on pace to become the greatest shooting big man.
Oh yeah,
but
I
he's-
like that.
He isn't the greatest shooting big man yet. That's Dirk Nowitzki. Maybe at the end of Karl Anthony Towns' career, if he continues this for like 15, 17 years,
Yeah.
we can talk about it. But right now, that's Dirk. Yeah, Aaron Barn makes a great point. Because we're assuming they're going the Cavaliers route, right? That they're running Karl Anthony Towns at power forward, Rudy at center. And then they're going to go with small forward Taurean Prince and Jaden McDaniels, Edwards at shooting guard, and D'Lo at point.
Yeah. I think the whole season depends on Anthony Edwards. So
What do you think of this by Adam 1984? Anthony Edwards and D'Lo, and I guess whatever other assets you can conjure for Kyrie and KD. Which at this point I would do that because we've already mortgaged our future. We've already mortgaged our future. Let's just go all in. Let's just get a super team of Cat. I would hate to lose Edwards, obviously.
Who do you think you are?
Me?
What is with Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo Russell for Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving?
I
Get
know
out of
this
here.
would never happen, but let's just talk about we're playing 2K. If I'm playing 2K, would I put together Kevin Durant,
Yes, no
Kyrie?
shit you want. No shit you're the Wolves and you want Kevin Durant. There's no
But that's not
fucking
gonna happen.
shit.
That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Fuck yeah, I'd make that trade.
But it's never gonna happen.
God damn.
Yeah,
Too bad.
that's kind of. This is Dirk Nowitzki was more of a power forward, you could say, for a majority of his career, and then he moved to center. But still,
Is
He
Kevin
sat-
Durant getting traded today?
no. They
Come
said they're gonna willing to drag this out into the season if they had
They're
to.
also willing to accept a trade given the right offer.
Yeah, and what the right offer is at least 6 picks and what. Okay, can we agree that Kevin Durant trade is Rudy Gobert trade is the framework at the very least of what a KD trade will have to look like. You got to give at least 5 to 6 picks. You got to give them 4 players. That's what a KD trade looks like at this point.
That's why it blows balls.
Like you're literally giving up your entire future.
Yeah.
All your young players. Like if you do a Kevin Durant trade, you're basically trying to win it but the argument is you have him locked down for 4 years.
True. I'm still not even trading KD if I'm the Nets.
What happens if the Hawks just trade everyone except Trae Young and DeJounte Murray for KD, and it's just KD, Murray,
Holy shit.
and Trae Young? I would literally just sit down and just be like, the Atlanta Hawks are just geniuses.
Yeah, I got my odds are Golden State.
You believe
Toronto.
that? I heard it's unlikely now.
Oh, it'll happen.
The Athletic reported it's unlikely.
Fuck the Athletic. Although I love the Athletic. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm on it all day, like every single day. Yeah.
And it's not just for the NBA.
They
got
have golf.
Yeah, they have everything. I told you. Once you start looking at the Athletic, you're gonna want to only read the Athletic. It's so good.
It's crazy. Shout out
The Athletic. If you want to sponsor this, The Athletic, just give us a free subscription.
What's that joke, like that journalist joke? I know, like part of my take used to, like it's like something journalism, like A-class journalism, or I can't think of the word.
I don't know, man.
Now it's in my subconscious.
Figure it out, bud. So, any teams that it's also, I made a video about this. The theme of the offseason that so far this season, or this, what do you call it? Free agency is continuity. If you didn't make a trade, you just brought back all your guys, it seems like. You saw the Bucks bring everyone back. You saw the Suns basically do that. The Celtics kind of did that. The Warriors didn't bring back their guys. They're just keeping their guys, and they just brought Dante DiVincenzo in. And who was the other signing they had? They brought back Looney, DiVincenzo.
They were supposed to have Malik Monk. I don't know how that whole situation didn't.
I love Danilo Gallinari to the Celtics.
Man, what about the Bulls? This cat is killing me.
Nah, Danilo Gallinari to the Celtics, I honestly think, like, when you look at him, I also completely forgot about this lookout. Let's go back to the brick on brick, baby. But, yeah, so, look, with Malcolm Brogdon now being, like, their sixth man, I think Danilo Gallinari, Malcolm Brogdon, the Boston Celtics realized their biggest weakness was offense. They legitimately lost a NBA Finals due to the fact that they couldn't muster up an offense besides Al Horford.
Yeah. And a little Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown, he's been disrespected so much. So much.
He's my boy.
Any Any moves you think are underrated that happened that you want to highlight?
Goran Dragic, Andre Drummond. I think I'd just give Chicago the East. I think the Goran move was phenomenal. He came
He's an actual.
to he that whole fiasco with Toronto was just effed. That he came to Brooklyn at the tail end of the season, and he still put up at least 13, and he still shot. I think it was 37% from downtown. Now I would anticipate a Kobe White trade. We did not need another guard, but I guess they wanted another guard. So it was kind of confusing.
Does bringing back Tony Bradley and Andre Drummond fix the Bulls' interior defense?
No, but they're on the right path. I mean, the DJJ signing was big as well. They need a backup power forward. We don't have a backup power forward. I mean, it's just something we need. I would think Drummond's going to battle it out for the starting role. I kind of love that. Some of my buddies actually think that Drummond's going to win the starting role over Vucevic. I think Vuce would get traded if that happened, but I think Drummond off the bench is going to be nice, and he's going to be a good rim protector, and
he's got to be focused though. That's the problem with him. He sometimes just
he'll be focused.
He just becomes lackluster at points.
He'll be focused. I'm trying to think of a backup power forward we can still snag. We missed them all. We fumbled the bag.
I think the thing is DeMar DeRozan and you assume Zach LaVine need to at least be mediocre to okay at defense, because at times they're literally just turnstiles on defense. They don't move the needle. And when playoff basketball comes out, yes, they made the right moves, in my opinion, to bring defensive players to be on the team. To, I guess, the theory is, okay, you need defense, you throw out Bradley or Drummond, and then you put at small forward Pat Williams, and then you put at point guard Lonzo, or if Lonzo's hurt, you guess the Sumo or Dalen Terry, and then you assume LaVine and DeMar can just focus on offense, and then you have three guys who are more defensive-minded. But I just think defense is you just hope the defense is good, because I think that's the one thing holding back Chicago.
Yeah.
Do you like Derrick Jones Jr. coming back?
Yeah, I thought DJJ is a huge.
He's great.
That might be one of the more underrated. My issue is though they didn't utilize him. They didn't utilize him enough last season.
Well,
Billy Donovan would go through these stints where DJJ is just not playing games.
Yeah, you watch the Bulls more than I do. I think the problem with DJJ is he's best probably when Lonzo is out there, who's your best passer. With Lonzo and DeMar out, I think you have DJJ back up DeMar, so whenever DeMar comes out the game, you run DJJ, because his offensive skill is either full court transition, catching a pass and dunking it, or backdoor cuts or baseline cuts and just catching the ball and dunking it. And you need a good passer to be able to do that. And I think the problem is without Lonzo Ball, you don't have anyone at his skill level of passing to replicate or mimic that offensive initiation by.
Yeah.
And especially in transition or with.
That's very fair.
Because when a player is slashing towards the basket, they could have the best cut, but if you don't have a good guy who doesn't have good vision or good passing ability, it's worthless. That's why Jokic is so good. That's why Lonzo Ball, Chris Paul, LeBron James, they can pass it on a dime into the right pocket. But over here, the DeJounte Murray trade, that happened Thursday?
Yeah, because we had
A show
At
Friday.
least Wednesday. It was Wednesday or Thursday because we at least had one episode. We might have had two.
I've given them. I give them respect. If we're gonna go into a little Hawks talk,
Well,
right?
I think people aren't giving my Hawks. I think that. I mean, it's very similar. The Hawks trade is very similar to me with Minnesota. I think that
They gave up less though.
it's still a lot of draft picks for DeJounte Murray. Apparently there's a good amount of Spurs fans that didn't really like that fit of DeJounte. Some people, I was surprised by the amount of Spurs fans who didn't have DeJounte as being their guy, and viewing not mainly empty stats, but a lot of empty stats, which really, really surprised me. I didn't watch too many Spurs games last year, so
That's overstated by them. DeJounte Murray is a good player. He's a top 5 point guard. He's probably closer to 5 than number 1, but yeah, he's probably the 5th best point guard, arguably, in the league. He's top 10. You'd go what? For best point guard in the league. Top 3 go what? Steph Curry. Steph Curry. Ja Morant, Damian Lillard, Trae Young, Chris Paul.
Unfortunately, I have to throw Chris Paul in there.
I guess you'd say DeJounte Murray's the 6th best point guard.
I think I'd rather have Drew Holiday than DeJounte Murray.
Oh, Drew Holiday, so 7th. I don't know.
That might be more of a hot take, or that might be more of a basketball.
He's definitely top 10. DeJounte Murray's definitely top 10. I think your top 5 is in your choice. I definitely think Trae Young's like the 5th best point guard.
LaMelo is up there for sure.
LaMelo's up there too. I think DeJounte Murray right now is better than LaMelo, but the potential, obviously.
I don't think the Hawks are done yet. I don't know what that other move will be. And I don't, might be in the season.
Well, Aaron Barton made up the new motion offense they're going to run. Like I've said this many of times. I think John Collins is criminally underutilized. He has the potential to be a top 5 power forward in our game, but we also are in a day of basketball where the power forward position is the most underutilized position in basketball. You're either the glue guy or a 3.3-and-D guy. That's what it's been reduced to.
The point guard?
The power forward position.
Oh.
So,
I'm hoping my boy Alperen Şengün can bring back the power forward position, actually.
Like, I think John Collins, again, I will say this again, if he came up in the Kevin Garnett era, he would have been a top 10 power forward in that era. You hate that take. I know you hate that take. Every time I say it, you go silent. This fucking bastard.
I think top 2 in the KG days.
I did say that the first time.
Did you really?
Yeah, I think I said something like that. I said top 3 or top 2.
Hey, let's go.
I think Siakam. What is Siakam's position? Siakam can play small forward, power forward. Oh yeah, dude. Luka's another. I always forget. But the thing is Luka. But the thing is Luka and Cade Cunningham are those guys that they can play point guard, shooting guard, or small forward because they're both like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah. God, John Collins is so fucking overrated. It's crazy.
You think?
Oh, he's so overrated. He's a one-trick pony.
One-trick pony? Damn.
Two-trick pony. He can catch lobs and shoot threes.
And he can guard every single position on the court.
And he can also look like he wants to murder somebody at all hours of the day.
Aaron, I will defend Luka not being overrated. Is he?
You can't say Luka and Ja are both overrated. And
okay. Okay, let me say this. They're both overrated by NBA casuals. But by NBA hardcore fans, they respect. Okay, first off, Luka Doncic's game will age more gracefully than Ja Morant. Luka will still be able to play at 38 at a decently all-star level due to the fact that he already plays like he's 35. He's so slow Like, he might become horrendous on defense, so he might be reduced to a sixth-man role.
He already is.
I think he can try a bit more. I think he doesn't really try.
Oh.
He sometimes...
Yeah, I see what you're. He's got that longevity aspect to him.
Like Jokic. Jokic is going to be
Yeah.
able to play till he's 40 because Jokic, their games do not at all rely on athleticism. They rely on basketball IQ and fundamentals.
If Ja is lucky, he's gonna get injured in the next 8 years, and it will derail his complete career, and that's what sucks. But I don't.
John Morant?
I don't think, unless he can just not get injured. But we saw it with Russ. We saw it with Rose.
So this argument right now, Luka versus Ja, who are you guys taking?
Oh my God, Luka! You can't win with Ja. Ja will never win anything. I mean, he'll never win anything unless something happens. I still have yet to ever see an athletic point guard win the championship. I mean, it's just D Rose, I think, had the best chance, but I think basketball was in a much different place when he was almost winning finals or had the potential to win finals. And he's not the same D Rose now. So if he won, it's just different.
I think, the thing with Ja Morant is we need to see his game develop on aspects that don't rely on athleticism. We need to see him, because people don't realize that Chris Paul was like obviously not as athletic as Ja Morant, but played similar to Ja Morant when he first started. But as he got older, he became the Chris Paul we know and love today. So Ja Morant would have to do a similar thing to Chris Paul. But again, I would take Luka Doncic, because Luka also... He took a team with Spencer Dinwiddie, Maxi Kleber, Davis Bertans, Reggie Bullock, Josh Green, Dwight Powell to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. I forget. Yeah, I totally forgot. Whatever you just said before that, I didn't like it, but I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought. I'm pretty stoned, so
Dabs. Are you really?
Yeah, I took like 3 dabs before this.
Oh, that's what that meant. How do you do that and then go have motivation in the day and like do stuff?
Because I've been smoking since I was 14.
Yeah, but like
I have not stopped a day for 6 years now, so I think it's just like habitualized.
I thought I smoked a lot, and I still, like, if I were to smoke right now, I'd probably, after this, I wouldn't go do what I'm gonna do after this.
I made 3 videos. I'm about to go to the rec.
Is that the move going? That's what I've been doing, like the last 2 eps, just going right to the gym after this.
I like playing high. I get in a good, especially because I go hard. So especially if I'm playing by myself, I throw headphones in and I just get in the zone and I just work on my game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like going outside. Got a nice court, a nice facility.
I played the other day outdoors. We ran a few games, but my friends were all out of shape, so I was like the only one like in basketball shape, like playing full court. We like ran 3 games, and by like the 3rd game, all my friends dropped out except one of them. So we had to, like, with these random guys, we had to turn it into like 3v3.
The classic.
Yeah, I always get asked, they're like, did you run cross country? I was like, nah, I hate fucking running. I just play like 2 hours of basketball every day.
Yeah.
Been doing for like 2 years, and I guess I have really good cardio.
I mean, yeah, you play basketball even for like 2 weeks.
I'm like in insanely good basketball shape.
Yeah, that's ideal, because then you're pretty much just in good shape. So
I would like to say, yeah, maybe I'm not fucking leaving. I love that video that Zach LaVine posted. I'm not fucking leaving.
I was thrilled. I'm excited for Lavin. I'm excited for Levine. I think he's the type of player who can prove me wrong, that he's got that special sauce and he can do it when it matters.
Are we just not going to go through this and talk about the Lakers?
I always talk Lakers on Los Angeles Lakers daily.
How many subscribers do you got on that one?
3.9.
That's pretty dope. We just hit 7.
We just hit 7.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. I saw. Yeah, that was
Actually,
dope.
we hit 7.1 because I gained 100 subs yesterday. So
I actually noticed that because I was like, shit, dude, when he hit 7, like, let's go.
we take it off. I made about $1,000 last month off the main channel.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's popping off. But either way,
I get so, dude. This is when I get so. It's so in my bag. Like, I have a Warriors and a Heat channel. There's a game on it too. And then the Kings Lakers, I got my Lakers channel, game on at 4:30. So I'm thinking, now that I know that, there's no way I'm not about to not sit down for 4 straight hours and just watch Summer League basketball. Just drains a big portion of the day.
yeah, I've decided not to stream
Did you really?
I decided not to because I only yielded a few subs, and it's pretty
Yeah.
fucking boring. Like, it was
Super
awful,
boring.
awful basketball. You know what?
Yes.
I'm just gonna watch highlights and then look over some
Cover it.
player and then cover it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just I just can't. I'm sorry. The summer
Man.
preseason basketball is already bad enough, but I get my itch that I can sit through preseason basketball because I want to see like bottom of the roster guys fight for basketball, like for roster spots. Because but summer league basketball, you're watching 10 to 13 guys who you won't ever see play in the NBA.
You have to really I think it's like, I forget the stat. It's like 5.
Of
It's
the
like
players?
5% of the players. Actually, it's a little like on Thursday. I'll be watching very hard for the Rockets. Like, I'll be live for the Rockets game on my Rockets channel, and I'll be definitely, because I care about a lot. Even though there's a good portion of players I don't know. I care.
Dude,
about
I'm
the
in love
majority
with
of them.
Frankie Ferrari on the Sacramento Kings. Frankie Ferrari, baby.
I didn't watch the Kings game.
He retired and then he's on the Warriors. He retired and then unretired from basketball. Frankie Ferrari. This guy's a dog. Okay. Look, but let's get back to the Lakers. Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, Kent Bazemore, Trevor Ariza, Wayne Ellington, Rajon Rondo, and Avery Bradley. You want to hear something in common about all those players?
They're old as fuck.
They all remain free agents. Okay.
course.
So, look, I think they did a great job. They brought themselves in a 6th man in Lonnie Walker, the 4th. So, you know what? I think it's going to be great for him there. Damian Jones, he could be a good backup, or I think he's going to back AD, and AD will play center, and LeBron will play power forward. Troy Brown Jr. is a good 2-way guy, and Juan Toscano Anderson's a good backup power forward, and who can play small ball 5. I think those are the type of 2 pieces that are like the versatile front court pieces Darvin Ham needs.
Well, you forgot about a couple players.
Who else?
Kyrie,
Oh.
Joe Harris, Patrick Beverly, and Thomas Bryant. So though I liked all those moves. They haven't happened yet, but I really like those moves. And then maybe possibly even Boogie. So that's about 5 new guys coming in.
I mean,
That'll be really cool.
They also have Austin Reeves, Wayne Gabriel, Stanley Johnson, and then they have
Max
Christie.
This dude was like 0-8.
Did you hear
3 quarters?
that when they traded for that pick, they thought Andrew Nemhard was going to be available, and they were so upset that the Pacers snagged Andrew Nemhard before they could.
Oh, really? See, because this is what I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, so many of these dudes don't know who the fuck they're drafting. Why would the Lakers, from your logic, because you're a smart draft analyst, why, if I'm the Lakers, am I drafting Max Christie?
He could be Courtney Love. I'm not Courtney Love. Courtney Lee.
Yeah, awesome. He can be Courtney Lee. That would be actually sweet, because Courtney Lee's can hang.
Could hang.
But
I think he's retired.
He
But
could hang. He probably still can hang.
Courtney Lee was
Tech-
the 22nd pick in the '08 draft, and in his rookie season, he played 25 minutes a night, averaged 8.5 points, shot 45% from the field, 40% from three, 2.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, a steal a night, and 0.2 blocks. If Max Christie can give me that,
I mean, yeah.
It's-
Like, that's a big if, dude. I don't. This guy shot 31% from downtown last year. Like, I don't.
yeah, he's a 5-star recruiter. It's just a bad year. Tom Izzo sucks. He's old.
I don't know if I agree with that, but yeah, all right. Tom Izzo sucks.
Yeah, Michigan State blows. But look, Juan Toscano Anderson is the guy. Is what the Lakers wanted from Trevor Ariza. Damian Jones is this athletic, mobile, rim running, damn good finisher.
Dwight
Shot.
Howard.
He's a 70% shooter on 2-pointers last year. He shot 87.7% within 3 feet. And he shot 35% on 29 3-point attempts last year. So on defense, he's a guy who can protect the paint, rotate to the block, and alter shots, use his frame to thwart traditional bigs and, other power forwards. And the thing is, he had the 19th best percentage at when opponents shot at the rim against him with 54.6. He was similar percentage to Miles Turner and Jokic Poeltl. So Jones is way better than Howard and DeAndre Jordan. And honestly, bring back Dwight Howard off the bench as the third big man, I'm not mad.
With Thomas Bryant.
Okay, Thomas Bryant instead of Dwight Howard. Okay?
No,
there
both
you go,
of them.
buddy. But look, I think Lonnie Walker is on a prove-it minimum contract. And basically, I think people might say Monk is a better shooter and more efficient scorer, but I think Walker will become a great volume shooter and a more efficient player under the Lakers. And them getting Walker and Brown gives them some size, as they now have a lockdown defender in Brown who can also be a two-way guy, and then a sniper in Walker. Like, I think, Bruce Brown 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan, and then you got Walker 6'4" with a 6'10" wingspan.
Nice. Bruce Brown would have been nice for the Lakers.
He would have been nice. Where'd he go?
Oh, cool.
Was it No, he went. Bruce Brown signed with
Denver?
Denver, yeah. That was a good pickup by them.
That is a nice pickup.
They needed that.
Yeah, did a lot.
And right now, so if they kept the same roster, which is interesting in its own right, their starting lineup would be Russell Westbrook, Austin Reeves, Troy Brown, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, with Kendrick Nunn backing up Russell Westbrook, Austin Reeves backed up by Lonnie Walker, Troy Brown backed up by Talen Horton-Tucker, LeBron backed up by Juan Toscano Anderson, Anthony Davis backed up by Damian Jones, then Wayne Gabriel as the third center, Stanley Johnson as the third power forward, and Max Christie as the third shooting guard, with Stanley and Christie both being able to moonlight as the third small forward. And then
Melo will be back.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
I think Austin Reeves at this point on this roster should start, because he's the best non-LeBron wing, you could say.
Yeah,
And then I don't even know what to expect from Kendrick Nunn and Talen Horton-Tucker. I would just get rid of them.
expect greatness.
Yeah.
From
I
both
mean,
of them.
they only have two players over 6'9" that stand at above 6'9" in Davis and Jones. They have four players above 6'6" in Davis, Jones, James, and Gabriel. So if they have, and like you said, a Thomas Bryant come back, gives them some more size, you could argue. And also if they can bring Kyrie in and either get Seth Curry or Joe Harris or even Royce O'Neal.
I mean, if a trade happens, they'll probably get both Joe Harrison or Seth. I saw they really want Seth.
Yeah.
They're not done yet because this roster is shit. And if they were, they wouldn't do shit. Because AD's not staying healthy, unfortunately. I wish
I have faith.
Taylor, I think he'll have a breakout year. He dropped 40 in his last game. Wasn't it? I think it was the last game. That's just not a good roster to me. The starters are okay. I don't think Russ is going to work with them, but I'm part of me wants to see what would happen if Russ stays, and part of me just knows Kyrie's going to the Lakers. So either way, it'll be
Kyrie's
cool.
definitely going to the Lakers at this point. I don't even understand.
Did you see he bought like a $4.5 million house in LA?
LA?
Yeah, like a couple days ago.
Oh. At this point, The Athletic reported that literally there's no interest for Kyrie except from the Lakers. Like, no team wants Kyrie. They're all just like.
That's what I was talking about in my video. He's such a liability. Like, you don't.
LeBron would keep him in check.
Exactly. There was only one man who I'd feel, if I'm a GM, that I'd want Kyrie to play with. Like,
if Kyrie goes to the Lakers, are they a favorite?
Yeah, they'd win it all.
Dude, that'd be such a fun team to play in 2K. Kyrie, LeBron, Davis.
Kyrie, oh man.
Wouldn't that be so fun? Because the pick and rolls and then just like.
Those Cavs teams are always awesome with Kyrie and LeBron. So I'd love to see a run back sesh.
They should just bring back Matthew Dellavedova and Kevin Love. And then get themselves James Jones. Tell him to retire as the GM of the Suns. And
just blow up, and then they blow up the Suns right there.
Yeah, bring in the Ray Allen and Shane Battier.
Might as well. Simmons Westbrook.
Also get Richard Jefferson.
Yeah,
you realize I'm just naming all retired players.
Yeah,
except
from
Matthew.
LeBron era.
I have not seen the Westbrook Simmons. Imagine that. That would be also a pick and roll fucking amazing. Imagine Ben Simmons setting pick and rolls and then Westbrook throwing up the lobs.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
That does sound pretty sexy in my opinion.
And then they dish it out to Mikal Bridges.
Like, you really think Mikal Bridges is going?
And DeAndre Ayton. Dude, the Suns are really one of the only last chances for the Phoenix Suns because isn't it right when somebody gives DeAndre a qualifying offer, they cannot sign and trade him. So.
Did not know that.
It'll be some team could shaft them entirely by offering him, but then if you offer, you intend on paying him. So if you Ayton and Bridges to Brooklyn could bloom.
Yeah, this free agency, like we said at the beginning of the show, was that you're either running it back and having continuity and playing for next free agency, or you are basically going all in, it seems. We've seen the Hawks, we've seen the Timberwolves go all in.
Or you're just being passive.
The Sixers are the other teams are being passive. I think the Trailblazers have been underrated.
Yeah, I agree. I like what the Blazers got.
Yeah, I would do John Collins for Ben Simmons, but the problem is you would have to package. That's great for John Collins' career, but
who's doing that? Is that what Ben Simmons values?
It would have to be John Collins packaged probably with Bogdan, and then the Nets would send.
You need way more, dude. This is a 25-year-old, 3-time All-Star, all-defensive.
They might have to package a pick or two in there, but it would be Ben Simmons and like Seth Curry, or a combination of Deron Sharp and Cam Thomas, which I doubt they would do. But it would be Ben Simmons and either Royce O'Neal or Seth Curry for John Collins and.
This is blasphemous, and I can't wait.
Or Joe Harris and Ben Simmons. I don't know.
For just John Collins.
I don't know. You can't trade John Collins and Ben Simmons straight up because the money doesn't work.
Ben Simmons He's a top player in the NBA, but his mindset is going to prevent him from ever winning anything important. But I'm still trusting this man to get me to the playoffs. I mean, he's a real stud.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
fact John Collins is even mentioned in a swap, it pisses me off. So, yeah, I
let me
think
pull up.
that's not the
Ooh,
move.
1 second. The one I need to buy over the head headphones like you because these
No, these are
earbuds.
not the move, dude.
Really?
I need to go in. I wish I went in my car and got mine like that. These are not the
I was gonna buy
move.
like Beats.
Well,
Like just
Beats
pick.
probably sound
I just
fine.
picked my ear.
These are beaches, and whenever I talk, it sounds like my head's underwater. Clearly, I want him.
What the hell are the Utah Jazz doing?
Something's going down. Did you see the Hans Zimmer music? The Hans Zimmer video?
Who the fuck is Hans Zimmer?
The guy who made Interstellar soundtrack.
What is the Interstar soundtrack?
Are you annoying?
No, what are you talking about?
Aren't you like a movie guy?
Interstellar?
Yeah.
You said Interstar, you jackass.
No, run the tape.
Run the tape. You said Interstar, yo. Interstellar. Yes, I've seen Interstellar like 5 times.
Oh,
Great
but
movie.
have you seen? So have you seen the Hans Zimmer? It's
Yesterday, the league executives
like you can hear him.
are wondering what the heck it means, and it
We
happened.
might get a copyright.
Fuck. Just a fucking strike. I mean, it can get claimed, no problem. I'll DM you the video so you can watch it in your own.
Hans
You can watch
Zimmer.
it off the clock.
Dude, Hans Zimmer's Jewish. He's a German Jew.
A German Jew.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I just got an email. Oh, from you. Notifying that you tweeted me. Okay. So, have you heard about Sasha Venzikov? He might be signing with the Kings.
Yeah, Kings are killing it.
Also, Will Hardy was introduced today as the coach of the Utah Jazz. Let me share the screen.
Damn.
Yeah, there you go. Look at this. Look at this little happy. Look at that chin.
A nice little Mormon boy.
Is he Mormon?
I don't know.
Only Mormons can work. I'm trying to zoom in on this, and it just said fuck.
Mormons only in the Jazz.
Yeah,
front
the
office.
Jazz building, it's only Mormons. They're like BYU. Also, have you heard of the Utah War? We had to fight Brigham Young for Utah.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, like watch a YouTube video, get a little toasty and stoned, and watch this thing called a YouTube video about the Utah War. And we literally had a fight for the Utah territory because Brigham Young wanted to make a Mormon country.
That's wild.
You know why? Because he originally started Mormonism in Kentucky, and they kicked him out because they were like, "This is." They said this is fucked. We're not allowing this in Christian ass Kentucky. No. So the reason why they believe in polygamy is because on their journey, I know there's probably there might be a Mormon watching this, and if I got anything wrong, tell me if I'm right. But on their way to Utah, a lot of people died. A lot of husbands died. So the other husbands married the widows and took care of their families for them. I think they just wanted more poon.
No, because they'd have to wear the cloth.
I think that's just Hasidic Jews.
What?
They're Hasidic Jews, like Orthodox Jews. I am a Jew, but I'm not a Hasidic Jew. But you can't touch your woman unless it's for reproduction. Like you can't even ever touch her. You can never touch her. And the only time you can have sex is for reproduction. And they get like a cloth and they cut a hole, and they lay that over the woman, and you have sex through the hole in the cloth.
I think Mormons are the same.
They do the same thing.
On Google, I don't recommend a Google this.
You're about to get a lot of porn.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting to see because TJ Warren was supposedly somebody the Heat were targeting. I wonder what the Heat are going to do. The Heat have been relatively quiet.
Super quiet. They're dude. Trade somebody. Trade. Man, you might have to trade Hero.
Dude, just trade Duncan Robinson to somebody.
For what? I'll give him a 2nd-round pick if he wants to send him to Chicago. I'd throw Kobe White for Tyler Hero straight up.
I don't think they would do that.
Me neither.
Dude, Peloton stock dropped from 162.72 to $9. Should we invest?
Holy shit. Well, we're gonna be going into. This is sick because we got this clipped. We're gonna be going into a lockdown around September, so
Why?
it might not be that bad of an investment.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. It's either gonna be COVID or monkey. It'll be something.
They've already gotten a vaccine for monkeypox.
Yeah, and that's the whole issue. Is why? But
Are you an anti-vaxxer?
I'm pretty anti.
Oh my god, this podcast is over. This show is over. We're leaving. No.
Yeah. I'm not pro-vax, but I'm not anti-vax. So.
Did you think the election was?
I don't give a single shit about the election. I couldn't give a single fuck what happened at the election, but I do believe that we're going into lockdown in September. And
okay, no, we beat COVID.
No, we did not. My buddies still.
How are you anti-vaxxer and you're calling a lockdown? We're done. We're changing the subject. This is an NBA show. We beat COVID. We beat COVID. We beat COVID.
I know several people wear masks everywhere. So
just get your vaccine and we beat COVID.
I don't abide by that.
And this was the last episode of the NBA show.
There's that, and the moon doesn't exist, and the Antarctica.
The election was false.
9/11 was rigged. Get into any rabbit hole.
You just see your Seattle Mariners hat turn into like a tinfoil hat. Yeah, Jackson's knee deep into all the conspiracy theories. I do believe I've actually solved the JFK assassination, and it was the CIA with a culmination of the mob, and then the mob killed JFK. I mean, not JFK, killed Bobby Kennedy. JFK was killed by the CIA, and Oswald was a patsy.
I like that take. I forget which episode you discussed that. I wish it was clipped, but I do like
so
that.
I have sure. Tragic Rage. You want to go back and clip at like all 30 episodes?
Where'd you find Tragic Rage?
Twitter. Just put a tweet out a few months ago. He was going to do some work for me in the past, and then those projects fell through because I didn't really want to fall through with them. But yeah, I should put his stuff in his YouTube down below. But what's tangent protection mechanism? Oh, yeah, we do go on tangents.
We need a hot co-host or a hot.
We just need a producer. We need a producer. Somebody to keep us in line and be like, you guys go on too many. But maybe
Joy Taylor.
Joy Taylor. I have.
If we had the girl from Memphis, like that girl from Memphis would be the perfect co-host or the perfect producer for this.
You have a bigger Twitter following. Why don't you put a tweet out and be like, any hot NBA chicks?
any hot NBA chicks looking to produce our
looking to how to be the producer / tangent protection mechanism for our internet show. You won't get paid until further down the line.
You won't get
right now, all our funds are going into paying the StreamYard / paying the guy that clipped these videos.
I'll chip in whatever. Just let me know.
Yeah, Aaron Barton. Nothing against you, bud. I love your services, but we need someone with tits.
That'd be cool, dude. That'd be cool.
And then we can just sexually harass them till they quit.
Oh,
That was all comedy. I have a very for anyone hears this, that's dark comedy on my part, but
Somebody
I do
click that
not.
and
I
say,
do.
girl.
Yeah. I do not condone sexual harassment or assault on any individual.
All right,
All right.
Deshaun.
All right. Look, his lawyer said on the radio, if there is no law against ejaculating in a massage, if it just so happens. If you happen
What?
to ejaculate mid-massage and you didn't pay any extra, there is no crime against ejaculating mid. If you just so happen to ejaculate mid, that's what his
Flawed.
lawyer said. Huh?
Yeah, that's flawed.
I mean,
So,
2 days later, they settled 20 out of 24 cases after his lawyer said that on the radio. So,
well, Skip, he wants to put this to bed. Yeah, he's not playing a snap this next season, unfortunately. Just left
is that
the
for?
wrong
Yeah,
page.
I agree, Aaron. Pretty fucking gross. First off, I don't like massages. I'm too ticklish. But second off, how do you just jizz mid massage? Aren't you laying down or laying like with a towel? Like you, I don't know. I don't know about
Yeah,
me. This isn't American Pie. I can't just jizz on command.
Yeah, I've never had a massage, but I would imagine he just gets aroused by it. So,
He has to be stroking.
no, you think so?
Or you
That's
think
fucked.
he's that much?
That's
It's
super
just-
fucked.
she's not looking. He's over there.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Dude, also
hope it's
imagine
not
if you're the
that.
woman and he just jizzed on you. You just looked on. Did you like you? Do you?
I hope that it just is one of those things where it's like, oh shit, I just can't.
Aaron, I got a girlfriend. I'm the same way. Sadly, my girlfriend's been home in Colorado for the past 6 weeks. So
Failed sports date.
yeah, spankbang.com has been frequently visited during the week. But any thoughts before? It seems like the NBA free agency is slowing down and NBA teams are finalizing their rosters very soon.
Yeah, get ready for an active date with the Lakers. My sources are telling me.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I'd love to have a source. Like that'd be just dope.
That's my plan. I need to hit up a few more. I waited till like a week after free agency because I bet you like all these journalists I want to DM were busy. But now that it's slowing down, I'm gonna continue DMing them. And my plan is I'm gonna revisit. Like now, I'm gonna hit up Mike Luciano to get him on here, who I interviewed a month ago for the Raptors. And then in a month or not a month, in a few weeks, we can hit up that guy Kevin Schonard that I did with the Hawks. So
Nice.
So we can have the lead writer for Hawks.com, and we can have the lead editor or writer for RaptorsRapture.com.
Well, I've read some articles.
So we'll continue. We'll start having people on. It's just I wanted to not annoy people in the midst of draft and free agent season when it was like peak. But now that it's all slowing down, I feel like this is a good time to because
Yeah,
NBA, I can already tell NBA YouTube is the next month will be slow. We will have to be very original with our content because not as many people are.
No, you're just gonna have to get into teams, or not you specifically, but like I noticed this a year ago. Unless your name is Noah or Rusty or Kenny, like no one's gonna really give a shit about a larger scale free agency video.
That's why I'm making my name into one of those. I'm almost at 7,000. Watch once I'm at 20K. Cyro
20K is sick.
20K. According to socialblade.com, I'll hit 20K in May of this 2023. May 8th, to be exact. So
And that NFL channel will be making.
yeah, I'm still figuring out. I had 2 videos that were complete duds on the Steelers and Ravens, surprisingly. But then I made a Texans one that was picking up. But I think I accidentally said the Chicago Bills in that video and didn't notice. Okay, we're wrapping up here. I'm done. I gotta go send this to Tragic Rage to edit and clip. And
Hey,
yeah, and then I'll post this onto the Spotify and all the other streaming services. So if you missed most of the episode, you can catch it on those streaming services in about 30 minutes. So
I follow the Twitter at the NBA Show, YouTube, and
yeah, follow Jackson at Wil Upton on his social media and YouTube, and follow me on Cyro Asseo on my social media and YouTube. I'm done.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm talking so quietly.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Have a great day, dude.
Ciao. You
Peace.
too.